In other news, a federal judge has partially granted a temporary restraining order blocking National Guard troops from deploying in Illinois.
That's right. The judge found that President Trump did not meet the requirements of Title 10 of the U.S. Code, which he used to deploy and federalize the Guard in Chicago. The order will not impact operations at the ICE processing center outside of Chicago. News Nation's Mills Hayes is at the ICE facility in Broadview, Illinois this morning. Mills, despite this ruling, this fight seems far from over.
Good morning, Corey and Judy. That's right. The Trump administration has actually already appealed this, but U.S. District Judge April Perry issuing a partial temporary restraining order that would last for 2 weeks. It stops the federalization or deployment of any National Guard troops from any state within Illinois until October 23rd. And Perry says there's no credible evidence of a rebellion here and that bringing in troops could only add fuel to the fire. She points to 4 instances that detail that cast doubt on DHS's account of what's happening in Broadview, where there have been protests outside the ICE facility. Police say unlike weeks past, they've remained small and mostly peaceful, but 500 National Guard troops have already been deployed for 60 days on a mission to protect federal officers and property like the Broadview ICE facility where we're at. These troops are stationed at a nearby Army Reserve base, but it's unclear what this order means for them.
They're welcome to stay at our hotels if they pay the hotel rate. They're welcome to eat at our restaurants like any other American citizen. Our decision is one on their behalf as well, that they should not be turned against the very citizens that they volunteered to protect.
Illinois Attorney General Kwame Raoul going on to say that the state of Illinois is not in the business of armed removal of the National Guard. The judge will issue her full written opinion later today, and the Justice Department has already appealed. Now, Illinois officials say that they wanted to make sure that this order covers all states' National Guard as to prevent a repeat of what happened in Portland, Oregon when California troops were sent there. Judy, Corey?
Yeah, Mill, speaking about Oregon, any word on when we could expect a ruling to come down there?
Right. Well, a panel of 3 judges actually heard arguments just yesterday, and they didn't give a clear timeline on exactly when they could come to a decision, but 2 of those judges were actually appointed by President Trump, and they actually questioned whether the evidence was current enough to support federalizing the Guard, noting that the president relied on reports from June to justify actions in September. And although those 2 judges said that, they did seem inclined to lift the current TRO banning troops from being deployed to Oregon, and legal analysts say we could see a decision as early as this weekend. And together with the Illinois case, these 2 rulings could really show the president's power in deploying the National Guard on U.S. soil. Judy, Corey?
All right, Mills, thank you so much for joining us in Broadview, Chicago. We appreciate it.